There we go. Is the microphone's working? How are y'all doing? How's the harping out yonder? How has your week been? It's always a wonderful week for harping. Hey, Mark Scholl, how you doing? How's the harping treating you? What harps you been into? What harps you been playing? Oh, hello. That's my wife, my awesome wife. How you doing? I like that comment. Hey, Beeman, what are you doing, man? How's the bees and the harps treating you? Hey, Uncle George Campbell, what's up, dude? Yeah, it's about bee season, isn't it? Aunt Joanne, how you doing? One thing I was doing quite a bit last night. These past couple days. Hey, Joe Oswowski. Good evening to you as well. One thing I've been doing quite a bit during the evening, and these past couple days I've been getting quite a bit of harp playing in, which always makes me pleased if I can get a good 2 hours a night worth of playing in. And last night I certainly got that. Is a lot of the times all's quiet here. Oh, nice. It was a little bit windy and cool today. I did a lot of family stuff. But anyways, I normally with my open close I hit 1 to 2 open closed. Maybe an out, in, out, or in, out, in between each pluck. Last night I was working on seeing how many manipulations I can get in between plucks. So I'll get the harp rolling. I don't know if that's an actual term. That's just what I call it when you get the harp warmed up and everything's resonating. There I'm getting, I think, 3 outs, 3 ins, and 2 closes. That wheel. I'm doing that normal open close, and keeping the plucks rolling. And then there at the end, I kind of see how many manipulations I can fit into one. There, I think toward the last open and close, I take my tongue, I curl it, and I let it back up. Like if you were to say yuck. But I'm more like yuck. I try not to jump too far, because if you jump too far, it doesn't seem to make sense in the rhythm. I like to stay right around the same tones, but going up and down. I'm trying to also go into the lowest possible tones I can get. I believe it's called the lower formant. And initially I couldn't get as low as I'm getting now, but I know there's still a lot further you can get down in tones on each instrument. And it's just a matter of me practicing up on playing the lower formant, because I'm always used to playing up here. Very seldom do I, or at least in the past, very seldom do I play way down. I'm hanging out at about as low as I can go, and then I try to push myself 1 or 2 tones below that. And I think eventually I'm going to build some skill on that lower formant. I believe it's formant, Formant, is what somebody more knowledgeable once called it. And it feels like I want to like bunch down, like get down deep to do them. But I think actually what would be better would be to keep posture good, because anytime you're bunching forward, which I have the tendency to do that a lot when I'm into the harp playing, I'll start bunching up. But if you keep everything straighter, I think you'll get better tones, and it doesn't distort. When you're trying to play down in your throat anyways, it probably doesn't help to distort it. Yeah, that right there was about as low as I can get at the moment, but it even felt like a stretch for me to get down that low. I was going down lower, and then I forced myself down a little bit lower and got a little bit lower than that. I don't know if it's getting the glottis way out or exactly what I'm doing. Oh, that is a super easy one to get lost in. That's a Mohan something. I don't know. This is the only one I've found out of all the Mohan I've had yet that performs like this. It's somewhere around like a C sharp, but it's a lot stiffer than a lot of his mid range and a lot of his bass. Plays a lot similar to a lot of the accordion instruments I've played. Melodic, but with that some other whoosing, buzzing quality that I really like. I'll play. And speaking of which, I'll play a Chim 12. I'll play a couple more. We'll keep this going for like 15 minutes. It'll be a shorter upload tonight. It's springtime. There's lots of fun harping to be had. Let's play a Chim Choyev. Then another harp I haven't played in a while with my Burt set. The kid sleeps pretty reasonably well, so I think we're okay playing some louder instruments. I'm not going to play the Litvinov or that one. I might play that one. That one is loud. What's the cost on which harp? And just shoot me a message on Facebook on prices on stuff. But this one here, Mohan hasn't made any more. Mohan actually gifted this one to me. It was interesting because it has the X's on it, like what Gorka puts on his harps. And he just gifted it to me along with my last order. I order 40 to 50 from him at a time, but I requested him. I'm like, give me like 10 to 20 of this style. But Mohan, he's that maker the Indian maker. He's always experimenting around, coming up with new stuff. Yeah, just shoot me a message. This is Chim Choyev. I've been getting down on the Chim Choyev a lot too. It's melodic when you play it softly, but then it has like this whooshing, buzzing, droning thing that some Morchang have that's really pleasing. But like the gaps on all the Yakutian harps I've seen so far, they are incredibly consistent at gapping instruments. Oh, yeah, that's Chim Choyev. Oh, the mammoth one. I got some deer ones coming I want to try as well. Oh, it's really nice getting lost in that. But then again, when I opened up my eyes, I looked and I'm kind of turning and I'm kind of starting to bunch up. I really need to work probably on my posture, on remaining more upright, because I'm going to get better control. I'm going to get better breathing. My lower tones are probably going to be better as well. We'll play. We got time for a couple more. Yeah, it's a Chim Choyev, so they don't tune them. And like for like a meditative instrument, I really, my own preference is I don't like it to be tuned for my meditative play. I have a fully tuned set, and I've got harps in every single tuning that I use for playing with other people. Any big basses I might play? Let me play this one. Got time for a couple others. About the biggest bass I have is definitely the Naya. Yes, in the future I will be coming out with more tutorials. If you want to find some more of my tutorials, go to the Bebcorp Harpery YouTube page, and there's a playlist called How to Play the Jaw or How to Play the Jews Harp or Advanced Jaw or Jews Harp. I think there's is there 27 or 37 in there? And I'm going to be coming out with more. Today I actually spent like half an hour doing a whole bunch of drawings for my new ramble on how lengths, grinds, widths, and tapers. This is all sorts of different grinds I worked out that I've seen in harps. This would be the grind I do on all mine. I used to do a grind similar to this, and how those affect tunings, and also how trigger orientation and weighting instruments affects them. I had a half hour or better doing these drawings. How distal taper and other types of grinding you can drop tune, how tapers affect reeds. It's going to be a cool video once it's done, but like a video like that where you have to do drawings, you have to do a whole bunch of explanations. I might even reshoot the whole video because it's about 28 minutes of me rambling. I just want to make sure it's coherent babbling. So yeah, tutorials on that, especially the long tutorials like that, like technique tutorials on how to build and how to tune and how they affect reeds. Those take a little bit longer to make, but I might be doing some technique tutorials on the forms I'm using now, or the ways I'm using now, but I have to spend like a week or two just analyzing what I'm doing, because one of the hard things about teaching technique is trying to put what you're doing into words. It's easier just to do something. Somebody says, wow, amazing. Oh yeah, it should be a really cool video. I'm going to try to do one video every 3 months where I got a ton of time in it. Not so many off-the-cuff videos, but also lots of spontaneous videos as well. But where was I going with that? See, that's where tutorials are difficult, because I'll get rambling on one subject and I'll get totally... What's your best out? A lot of questions coming at us. Let's oil this. We're at 16 minutes. Well, we're into 20 minutes. We're in another 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Me and my wife are going to watch a movie. I don't know what movie we're going to watch yet. Now, best monop. That's an interesting question. Oh, Privyet, nice to meet you. Thanks for rolling with the harp. Hey, as far as a monop, I don't have a Norwegian monop. I have some other very good monop and monop styles. And best, I kind of avoid the term. Where's my... Oh, no. I don't know where my other... Oh, there's my monop. I try to avoid the term best when talking about harps, because I don't think that there is a best, because there's so many different styles. That's like saying the best food. Well, what type of food do you want? What flavors do you want? Do you want it to be sweet or savory? Or there's so many variations. So I don't say that one harp's ever the best, but... And I have a very limited sampling of the amount of monarp there are out there as well. But I would say... all the ones that I played so far have had certain strengths, like the Reverie. Some of the Reverie are very drony. They almost feel like a Morchang to me, but not. I haven't played any of the Reverie that are super clean toned, like the Dernovoy or the Babayev. I'll just play a Reverie here for a minute. I found that these ones, the Reverie, kind of vary quite a bit. They're kind of like Morchang or Holmes in that each one of them have their own personality. Like my favorite, well, the one I play probably the most often in monarp style is a Dernovoy. He's a maker, I believe he's out of Ukraine. So in G, it's not as loud as some of the others, but very clean, crisp tone. And none of these makers are from Norway, the place that monarp are originate from. But this is a Dernovoy in G2. There's almost like an oaky or woody or really natural tone to it. And it's not horribly loud, but it rings out just so clean. And one that I'm just going to include in, which isn't a monarp or monarp style, doesn't have all these are going to have the wedge fixing, which is the way the monarp are fixed. The reed's in there, and then they drive a wedge in there to hold it. If you ever break a reed, you send it back to the maker and pay him, and he'll drive that reed out of there, put you a new reed in there. really cool style. I'm going to play one that I would say plays similar to some of the Monarch I played, which are like the upper tuned Shipanov, which is not, this is a crimp style reed. This isn't a Monarch, but it does have some of the similar traits that the Monarch have, that really, really good melodic capabilities. I'll be wrapping this video up real short. I'm just going to go over a couple Monarch. Don't have time to do a bass. I like to keep my harps good and oiled, especially the steel ones. Here's one that's, I would say, if an alien made a Monarch, this isn't fixed in a Monarch. I'm pleased to have found this. Oh, welcome to the Harpery, Travis Halverson. I hope you said your name right. But this is a Fomenkov. I call it a Monarch style variant. It's if an alien made one. It's that same fixing. It's on complete titanium, and the reed's titanium. It has, and there's 3 different grinds, which I'm going to be talking about in the video, the upcoming tutorial on how grinds and stuff affect tunings and pitches. But he's got a combination of 3 different grinds on this that I've observed, which is really difficult to do, or would be a lot of work by hand on a reed. It rings like a church bell as well. Another good one, but it's not, I would say it's less Monarch-y than the other ones. It's like an alien tool. Highly recommended. See, I'm going to warm up this Babayev, and I'm going to end it with this Babayev. The Babayev are gapped the tightest of any harp I've ever played. Right now, there's coconut oil that's set up solid, because at room temperature, coconut oil is solid, almost like Carmex. And it will set up in the gaps, and you got to kind of warm them up before you play them, because they are just gapped, laser tight. So bright and clear, and just like, it sounds like sparkles in your head. And this is one with a wider, more wedge-shaped reed that tapers down, but it feels so soft. It's like, just look at that recurve trigger, the level of work that Babayev puts into just every aspect of his instruments. Only thing I could fault it with is this is an A2. It is a little bit cumbersome to hold because it is smaller, but that might be my fault. I probably just need to modify my technique on it. Oh, this is an A2. I had a D2 as well, and I thought I'd be getting more like right away. I ordered some about a year ago, and I ended up selling it to a friend. And every day I'm like, oh, I wish I had that D2 back. That was Babayev. And I'm going to have, in my upcoming order with Babayev, I'm going to have him make me a Morchang, his Morchang style harp as well. I'm going to play one more harp, and we're going to end it. This is a Mentionov. One of my friends gifted this to me. It plays kind of Monarch-y, but really loud. Mentionov is doing excellent things with harps as well. Anyways, I love y'all. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Harper. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for taking part in an old school instrument and a new school movement. I love y'all. Keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them oiled. Adios. If I can play it, this one's gapped. It's gapped almost as tight as the Babayev. love y'all. Have an excellent weekend. Stay harpy. In the